Hello, hello! Welcome to another live stream. It's been a while. I'm Steve. Welcome to Mac84, and this is a live stream. Hopefully it's working. Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna do a different camera setup today, but nope, didn't want to happen. Didn't want to happen, but we got a bunch of people in the chat already. 11 people, if the YouTube stats are to be believed, if they are true, because yeah, it's been weird past few weeks. They like to not exactly be accurate. So let me move this thing over here. Let me hide all the garbage I have on my screen here, which I should have done before, but I was messing around with that camera and unfortunately didn't want to go. So we'll talk about that in a second. And nothing wants to work today apparently. Cool. Well, first off, I have to give a huge eep to Greg Ruckay. Thank you very much for the super chat, Greg. Eep! Or super sticker, whatever you want to call it. But eep, thank you very much. Oh, this desk is never going to be cleaned again. I've just accepted that fact. It's part of my life. Alright, so we got Jay from the House of Moth. We got Ruckay mods times 2, because we got H mods already. We have Crazy Tech Reviews. We have Ashton. We have Distro Hopper. We have, oh my goodness, tons of people. Jeff. Sean from Action Retro. Hello, Sean. We have Sad Mac 356. We have Joe, we have Amaral Gaming Extra, we have Michael, Alexander, Dylan. Alright, we got a bunch of folks, and my apologies if I'm messing up your name or anything like that. It happens, and I'm terrible at pronunciation. And hello, Bruce, another person who is equally as terrible with pronunciations. At least he and I admit to it, so can't fault us for that. We try. So, yeah, I took some time off, and I actually did nothing on my time off, which is, well, no streaming or anything. I did not take any time off this year, basically, and so it was nice to actually take a break from work and other things. So I'm back. We're gonna do some stuff today. I have no idea what we're gonna do today. A pile of stuff on the desk. I want to show you some things I picked up. Nothing too exciting though, but I mean you might find some stuff exciting, but exciting to me, I don't know. We'll see. I was playing around with OBS to try and get my new camera set up. So I did finally get a camera. So the story goes that I got this Sony ZV-1 point and shoot little camera. If you saw one of my live streams previously, you probably saw me talking about that, or if you were on Patreon, you saw a video about that. Sean says he's also on a staycation from the day job right now. Awesome. I need to stop buying stuff. No. This was a well thought out purchase that took me almost over a year to purchase the darn thing. I've been looking for a camera that was maybe a DSLR, maybe a point and shoot that did autofocusing. And my previous DSLR, which is a Canon 60D, great quality camera, does a lot of nice things, but doesn't do autofocusing. And that was kind of a deal breaker, because if I'm talking to camera, if I'm filming something, I gotta do manual focus, which is fine, but not fine when I just want autofocus to work. So, yeah, I mean, there's still situations where manual focus is good, and I'll get into a whole tirade if I start talking about cameras and whatever. Anyway, so I bought that Sony ZV-1, and it was nice. The quality was good, but there were some things that I wasn't 100% happy with, and I knew some of those things going in. I knew when I purchased it, based on some of the reviews, and I think I was just, yeah, I watched so many vloggers do reviews on the camera on YouTube. And let's be honest, probably 90% of them were given the camera for free. So, of course, they said glowing things about it, which I would too if you gave me a camera for free, probably. But anyway, I sort of overlooked the things that I wasn't 100% happy with, and I bought the camera anyway. Played around with it for a little while. I shot that Sharp TV Goodwill thrifting find video with that camera. And I learned a lot about the camera, and I learned I hate the menu system. I just hate the menu system. Sony's menu system, at least on that camera, left a lot to be desired, especially coming from my Canon world, where that's the only DSLR I ever played around with. Hello, Dysfunctional Wombat. Welcome to the channel. Well, stream. You know what I mean. Welcome. And so, yeah, I got the Sony, and I played around with it, and I figured, you know what? I'm going to spend a little more money, get something that's going to be more future-proofed. It's going to cost more, but I think it'll last me longer time in the long run, and it'll give me some of the features I want for other projects that are not Mac related. So I have I've alluded to this in a few streams, I have a weird setup for recording 8mm film. Back in the day before you had camcorders that were videotapes and driven, and digital cameras, you had the ability to record video on film. And one of the formats that was popular in the mid 50s, 60s, or even before then was 8mm film. And there's no easy way to transfer that. You get these gizmos on Amazon, they're pretty crummy. I took like 2 years to develop a modified projector that projects film onto the sensor of a camera. And it worked fine with my Canon 60D, but I can only record in 60 frames per second because of this weird setup with a resolution limited of 720p. So the results were fine, but they weren't the best. Now this camera can shoot 4K at 60 frames per second, so that's quite an upgrade. So that was one of the things that I was sort of on my checklist of like, I wish it would have this feature. The other thing I wish it would have was a way to fine-tune the way the shutter is synchronized. So if I'm recording of let's say a CRT or a television, that flicker is less noticeable or eliminated. And one of the things that a few of these cameras had was like a synchronized shutter type thing. And Sean from Action Retro was talking to me about his GH4 camera that can do that sort of thing. So that was something I was really interested in. So, long story short, I kept looking at cameras, and I eventually decided on picking up this, which is a Panasonic Lumix GH5S. Now the S is the slightly different model than the GH5. It is streamlined just for video. It has a lower megapixel count, but since I'm going to be using this primarily for video, that's what I chose. And I'm pretty happy with it so far. It is a big honking camera. There's a 12-60 lens on there. This is a micro four thirds sensor, but you know what? The images are pretty darn nice, and the video is quite good. I've started playing around with the video that I'm shooting with this camera, and I've been very satisfied with it. I still have a lot to learn. I have no idea what most of the buttons do on this thing. I'll be the first to admit that. I did not buy it new. I bought it used. And one of the things that has tripped me up from using this as a webcam is the previous owner decided to remove the sticker that was over here. And that sticker has a serial number on it. And before you download the webcam software from Panasonic's website, you need that serial number. So I'm going to have a few choice words with the seller because that's kind of a bad thing. Kind of suspect. But anyway, that'll be something I have to mess around with the other day for another day. Apparently I have to update the firmware on here also to get that to work. So it is not something, unfortunately, I can play around with right now. But it is very nice to play around with. So far, I am still learning the basics of this camera. But the lens is very nice. It's removable, so I can always upgrade it or change it. And the screen flips out, which is a requirement on all the cameras I ever want because, I mean, this day and age, come on. And has a bunch of other things I'll probably never use, but you know what? This camera is probably going to grow with me. And I got it for a pretty good deal with the lens and everything considered, especially when you consider the price that these things are going for new, which is kind of crazy. So I'm very satisfied with this so far, and you'll be seeing the footage from this when I do a video soon. So I'll probably do a little Patreon update using this camera and just showing you some clips I've recorded of it so far. But that is the camera I have decided on, and I am very excited to start playing around with it. So I think my tons of research and pulling my hair out of trying to decide which camera to get has finally, hopefully, paid off. So, yeah, all right. So, let's see. Yes, that iPod I tweeted. Yeah, that's an old weird MP3 player. That's upstairs somewhere. If we get bored, maybe I'll drag that down. Yes, I can use my capture card. There is a HDMI out on there, and I could do the HDMI out on here. Yeah, there was a lot of cameras that were dirt cheap. A GH5 and GH5S. One was, and when I say cheap, I mean cheap enough to make you think that maybe there's something wrong with it. One was like $800, and I'm like, that something's probably broken with it. But yeah, it's not an iPod. It's a KB Gear Jam P3 or whatever the heck garbage. We'll get to that. We have some stuff on the desk I brought out just to show you guys. Then we'll get to that. But yeah, this is going to be sort of a just like a chat and I don't know what chat show. I don't know. We're doing weird stuff. How about that? I mean, I didn't really have too much planned. I am not fixing up anything right now because I don't feel like it, and I have to be in a good state to do that. But it's a nugget. Yeah, it's not a dank pod. It's more of like a dank piece of plastic. How about that? Chat and chill. I like that. I'm copywriting that. So I'm going to move the camera over here so you're not seeing the side of my face as much, because I tend to look in this direction. So it's a little bit better. And yeah, how about that? All right, so first things first, one of the videos I'm shooting with that new camera is the 4,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm sort of limping towards 4,000 subscribers, which is probably good because I didn't do the giveaway video yet. I will be giving away an Alpha Smart 2000 word processor, and it's in the bag right there. In fact, let me reach over. Old man noises. Copyright Bruce Rain. And this is the little bag it comes in. Looks like a laptop bag. Bods calls it a nugget. Okay, I've watched like one or two of the videos. Not really I'm slacking. So it's one of these little word processors. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Very small. Kind of looks like a budget eMate. And you got a PS2 port and you got an ADB port. So that's how you do your transfer of information. And it's got a power brick in here and has a rechargeable battery. And these things are pretty much in mint condition. I got them from a school that said basically these were surplus. So we will be giving away that on the channel. Might be giving away more than one of them because I might have a stockpile of them. So yeah, that's going to be fun. So I'll shoot that video formally soon. But anyway, let's get to some of the junk on the desk here because you didn't come here just to hear me talk. So, or maybe you did, I don't know. Podcast of Steve just rambling to himself. All right, so the first thing I got here, if I move it around here, yes, the battery still does charge, surprisingly enough. This is just a disk storage box, and if any of you have a Staples near you, you will probably know that they have a notoriously terrible clearance section. And when I mean terrible, I mean the prices in those clearance sections are just horrible. You'll see like a parallel cable for $40. You know, it's ridiculous crap like that. This wasn't too bad. This was $4.46 for a storage box of CDs. Now, I see the flaw with this immediately. The CDs are not really in a case. They're just like sort of hanging. But you know what? I thought this was going to be something that maybe I'll just put burned copies of like macOS boot disks or whatever, and they'll always be in here. I'm going to try. They'll always be in here, and I'll try to keep them always in here. So when I need one, I'll just go grab it and I'll put it around with CD cases or whatever. Hopefully, this will be where I put all of them. So yeah, they're still around. I had to go there today to get a stamp of all things. I'm scanning in family pictures, and I ordered a stamp, a stamp that says scanned on it. So when I scan a picture or an envelope, I go boop, and it has the date on it. I bought one that just said scanned, and I was manually writing the date, and I'm like, this is kind of silly. If I'm saving time by not writing the word scanned and using a stamp, I should get one that says scanned and has a date on it. And I figured Staples had one closer to me than it. I mean, I could get the stamp at Staples than rather spending time and money and getting it off Amazon and waiting or whatever. But yeah, anyway, I have no idea what the heck this looks like inside, if it's actually pink or not. I don't know. Oh, it's not pink. All right, it's a nice beige. That kind of looked pink. That looks pink to me. Maybe it's just the weird printing on this. This looked pink to me. This is a nice beige though. Let's see. Let's open this up here. $200 Staples clearance. You know, back in the day, like 15 years ago, I think they had some pretty decent stuff in the clearance section, but maybe it's just me. I haven't seen anything good there. But then again, I haven't been to Staples since the last time I went there, which I can't remember. And yeah, I don't really go there. So I went there for something else and said, I might as well check out the clearance section because I'm a weird jerk like that. I meant to say dork. I said jerk. I'm just not. This is a terrible stream. Anyway. All right, we got yeah, just as I suspected, we have some brave CDs that wanna hop in here. I don't see any. I see some floppies. Would a floppy fit? Let's see what if a floppy would fit. Why the heck not? Where's how do I not have a floppy? This is a sin against. Here it is. There we go. Let's see if a floppy will fit. it's like doesn't want to fit. Don't shove me in there, please. I've been a good disc. I'll be good. I promise. Yeah, no, not really. Does not really want to fit. We have some CDs here. Let's grab this one. This is a fitting disc here. macOS 8.5. I'll be very careful. Yes, these are bare plastic, and yes, Kate, it does look like a perfect way to scratch discs, but I figured I'll just be putting copies in here. But I'll be very gentle with this. Very, very gentle. You know what? I mean, that's not too terrible, but I could see why this would be discounted, because you're gonna do some wear and tear on your discs. So only copies are gonna go in here. Oh boy. But all right. I mean, $4. What was I expecting? I could have gotten like a CD wallet type thing, but that's smaller, and I probably would have lost that right away. Now, it did come with these little labels. So the idea is you could label these little areas here. But, hello, what are you doing? I don't know. What are you doing? I know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing? Because I don't. Yeah, so it's a very small echo. Oh, well, I know why. Nobody told me. All right, there. Echo should be gone. Sorry about that. Sometimes that happens. We just have weird crap going on. Oh, boy. Yeah, Target clearance section, I think, is much better. But, all right, you know, $4. I'm not going to go out and grab another one, but I figured while I was there. Don't break it before you even use it, Steven. Come on. Put it back in the box properly. Are you serious? There we go. Yeah, no, thanks for mentioning it, because, you know, people comment on the videos a lot, and they'll say, oh, you know, your sound was this, or your sound was that, and I'm like, that's nice. I can't hear it. I'm not listening to my own stream. So, yeah, I mean, if you hear something, let me know, and I do appreciate it. I'm not trying to be a wise ass or anything like that, but, yeah, I just literally cannot hear myself. It's a one-way stream, so. Yes, there were 2 audio sources, so thank you, Macintosh Librarian. You're a sloth now. I like that. I like that. A little sloth emoji just sells that. I haven't been really out anywhere because of this whole thing going around. So I found some things that I was going to do like a little video on. So we'll just play around with it during a live stream. I have a bag from Goodwill with some goodies in there, and then there's a weird piece of retro technology that's sitting over there, and I'm gonna ping Mike from Mike's Mac Shack because I think he's gonna want to see that. I think he might want to see that, so I'm gonna ping him real quick. Oh, I didn't do a Twitter thingy because I was messing around with my camera. Here we are. Geez, here we are 20 minutes in, and I didn't promote my own thing. Let's see. We're tinkering with stuff live. Come join me. This is live tweeting, by the way. This is very, very. How does that? Tinkering, T-I-N-K. There we go. This is, I don't know how long we're doing this, folks, but we're doing it. All right. So what I would like to do now is take something out of this bag, and we'll take a look at it. So, yeah. Let's not break any plastic, please. All right. No, we're not spamming Mike. He probably fell asleep with the cats. All the cats are all on top of him. All right, so we have a few things in this bag. First things first. I always wanted one of these when I was a kid. This is a Polaroid Joy-Cam. It actually has some unexposed film in it, or they may not be unexposed film. I'm not sure. It was open at the thrift store, so at least one or two of the photographs were exposed, and you just saw like a brown blob. Of course, finding the film for this these days is not economical at all. And but I just the form factor of this thing is silly. This is a Polaroid camera, and the idea is that you would take this monstrosity, you would the the take photo button is jammed in there. You would have shoved your finger on the button there, and you would have like pulled this thing. And this, I'm not going to do it now because I think there are still pictures in here. you basically, well, here's an illustration. You basically pull this thing, and the photo would come out. So instead of a motorized eject mechanism with the battery, you would do the ejection for it, and you would pull the film out. So if you know how a traditional Polaroid camera works, there's a battery in that pack, or those Fuji cameras, or whatever you're familiar with these days. How that basically works is you put the film in and it spits it out. Well, you spit it out for it. You pull that lever and the strip or whatever the heck this thing is, and yeah, you pull the photo out of it. So this thing is interesting. I've always seen these advertised. I think there was a smaller one too, or maybe it just looked smaller when I was a kid. But here's Mike. I knew we meet his approval. The joys giving birth to a photo. That should have been in their advertising. It sort of looks like a pregnant person if you hold it like this. There's a bulb, a bulge rather. Oh boy, yeah, cheap self-powered Polaroid. So it was $5, and I'm like, you know what? Sure. I mean, I always wanted one of these to mess around with. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, to be honest, because like I said, the film for this is stupid hard to find probably. I mean, without the Impossible Project, the film for the regular Polaroids would be stupid hard to find. So this does not take that same film. So how about that? All right. So what else we got? This was just this you'll probably see as some B-roll. You don't see these every day. This is a 10-foot long serial cable, I believe. You never really see cables like this at Goodwill usually. At least no, I don't usually. CompuCable, they're a brand that is still, at least was around in the early 2000s. They made switches, cables, adapters. They actually made the iDock that I featured in my iMac G3 video. And so this is a 9-pin to 25-pin serial cable. Male for the 25-pin, female for the 9-pin there. And it's still sealed in the original package. For $2.99, I could not say no. I forget when I picked this up. Again, this was probably before the summer, actually. But this is an AT, it's labeled as an AT Oki Data cable. So this is probably designed for a printer. Oki Data was a series of printers. Well, a manufacturer of printers. They still are. Hello, Dana. Welcome to the stream. And yeah, so this is a 10-foot serial cable. And as Mike knows, when he was over and we were playing with that with IBM and Apple II stuff, you can never have enough serial cables. You can never have enough serial cables. So new in the package, $2.99. Could not say no to this. And I could actually probably open this up without harming the package too much. So that would be nice. So you never know when you're going to have to use one of those things. So what else did I find here? Oh, here's here's one of the photos from that camera, which was actually sitting beside the shelf of it, if I recall correctly. So not your standard size Polaroid. It's a little skinnier. And yeah, it's... this is exposed, obviously, but that's what the thing looks like. You pull that, and the film would come out of this area there. But well, the photo rather. Serial cables are very useful. Yes, they are, Mike. Okay, what else did I got in here? I got a mouse. This is a Logitech laser mouse. So not an optical mouse. Well, it is an optical mouse, but it uses a laser, not one of the little. Well, maybe I don't know. Anyway, I sort of like the grip of this. I can always use a spare mouse. The scroll wheel is one that is like very, very loose and free. Free. There's like this little. Well, this is what I found. So, essentially. Oh, I see what that does now. Okay, so you could spin it like that, and then there's this toggle here, where it acts like a normal scroll where there's resistance on it. Or you can press that again. And it goes, whee! So, sounds like fun. Yeah, that Goodwill smile is a little creepy. But free spinning! Yeah, so this is a model U0007. But it's a 848 nanometer performance laser. So, I don't know. It appealed to me. $1.99. Couldn't say no. And it has 2 extra buttons here, your 2 buttons there, and of course you can click that, and USB And I don't even know if it works, but for $2, why the heck not? So, you never have enough mice. What is this? Did I get a cable? Yes, I did. What the heck is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a Motorola serial cable. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I really don't. This reminds me, there's something Motorola that's upstairs that we may have to get to show off in a maybe in this stream or in a future stream. That's something that's interesting. But this is for like an old, probably a Motorola. I actually don't know what I don't know if it would be for a StarTAC or what, but just a weird cable. It's got a port there for something else, and that plugs into your phone there, and you got a serial cable. I mean, it's probably for a charger. I don't know if it's for a StarTAC. I really have never had a StarTAC. I kind of want one because I have an accessory that goes with it, but it was 99 cents, Mike, so I didn't break the bank on it. But oh boy. Hello, Will. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Aiden. Aiden says he's been looking into a new Power Mac to play some Wolfenstein 3D and was wondering if a Power Macintosh 5400 180 would be good. Well, I would say that maybe not. If you're talking about the original Wolfenstein 3D, it would probably play fine. It's probably a 68K based application. It'll probably play fine. But the 5400 has a built-in CRT monitor. Unless you find it locally, that is going to either break during shipping or have a very high probability of cracking during shipping, the plastic at least. So I would say just be careful. I would say if you have the ability to, get a Power Mac desktop, like a 7500 series or a 7000 series or 8000 or 9000 series. But any Power Mac will work, exactly what Greg is saying. Any Power Mac will work with Wolfenstein 3D fine. It's not a question of that running. I'm just saying the weight and size of that particular all-in-one unit is a little concerning. So unless you find it locally for a good deal, then by all means pick it up. It's a good bridge machine. It has some networking capabilities, I think, on the communication slot. If not, there's at least I think one PCI card slot or one expansion slot you could do with that. But I mean, all-in-one machines aren't terrible, but it has to be local. I wouldn't get one of those shipped. Yeah. So so this might be for, it looks like a StarTAC or a StarTAC or. All right. Oh, yeah. So that goes back in the bag. Dana says he found a weird cable when sorting one the other day. One looks like a round serial cable, and the other looks like a 25-pin serial cable. That would be for a modem, Dana. That would be to connect your Macintosh modem, and I probably have like half a dozen of them just sitting around here because they are stupid common in my basement. But you basically have a 25-pin male cable that looks like a SCSI. Then you have serial on the other end. And that's made for modems. The modem would usually have that serial connection. And depending on if it was sold for a Mac or PC, they would swap out that cable. Some of the internals of those cables are twisted, like one made for modem, one not. Yeah, Dana, I have more cables than I do modems, so I think they just breed. I think that's what they do. But they could be very useful to have when trying to convert a serial port from like an old Apple II to a modern Macintosh and vice versa. So, not a bad cable to have. All right, we got one more weird thing in the bag, and this is one of those cheapo things that was everywhere in the early 2000s, and I kind of just want to rip it apart just to see what's inside. But yeah, this is from 2007 is the copyright on the back of this. It's a digital photo keychain. Ooh. And yeah, this is just cheap. This is by Kobe, so you know it's cheap. And yeah, 60 photos, 1.5-inch LCD color screen, 4 hours of viewing time, USB port for fast file transfers. I mean, just this could display JPEGs, BMPs, GIFs, PNGs, and TIFF image files. Oh boy! And 1.5-inch screen, hold up to 60 photos, rechargeable lithium-ion battery, USB port, includes a USB cable, which is probably worth more than the thing itself. Works for Windows and Macintosh. Windows needs 98 SE 2000 ME, XP or newer, Macintosh OS 10 operating system supported, and yeah, 128 by 128 pixels. not 240 by 189. That would be breaking the bank. This is 128 by 128. It's like a postage stamp. Oh my goodness, my goodness. So yeah, I don't know if the GIF files will be animated or not, but yeah, I mean, this at $4. This was probably on sale, to be honest. I don't think I would honestly pay $4 for this. It must have been one of those things where that color thing was like discounted or whatever, because I'm not that stupid. This $4 is kind of a waste of money for this. You get a lot of cheap cables for $4. Come on, but yeah, maybe we'll put the Mac84 logo on this and just like hang it there for 4 hours and see what happens. Oh, I kind of want to open this, so maybe we'll play around with that in a little bit. Oh boy. Yeah. I think a lot of things have more processing power than that thing does. Let's put the other goodies back in that bag. Okay. Yeah, ruins up to 60 photos. Yeah, I knew. I mean, all right. That came out in 2007. I understand that the iPhone came out around 2007, so that set sort of a benchmark of like a smartphone, let's say. But phones before that, Motorola Razr, the Nokia N-Gage, the Sidekick, they all had screens that you could view photos on. Yeah, getting data to those phones wasn't the best because you needed Bluetooth or you needed some weird serial cable like the one I just found. But that is purely just like oh look, it's a thing, I can see my pictures on here. You can't really see your pictures. The quality is probably awful. I'll probably do a video on that. I don't know. Maybe my new camera could focus on the horrid things that video, that screen could pump out. But yeah, $60. No, I think $4 is too much for them. All right, we have one more thing that I want to show you. Let me bring that out here. And this is a bit older. I'm going to show you the side of it. Who could guess what this is? And Mike is already slapping his forehead and going, "Oh Lord, who could guess what this is?" It's not a hard guess. Oh boy. Yeah, this is your top of the line magnet box. This is a little portable television set. And hey, Devin, welcome to the stream. I wish it was a Sony. So I really don't know. I don't know if this is black and white or not. It probably is. 1984. Yeah, that's probably black and white. I didn't even think about that. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. What did I get myself into? So anyway, let's take a look at this thing, because this thing amuses me. It does have a pretty neat form factor. Now, it does have a handle, so you can hold it like this. And of course, that handle acts as sort of a kickstand. Now, let's move the camera down so you can see that. So it actually props the screen up. How about that? Let's, there we go. Slap you down there a little bit. It is pretty cool. Now, the reason I picked this up, and this was a local find. It wasn't on Goodwill or anything. It wasn't at Goodwill or anything like that. The antenna is bent. We'll deal with that later. But essentially, this was at like a yard sale, and I saw it, and I'm like, I'll pick that up. And the reason I got it is because it had the AV input jacks right there. Now, for 1984, that is pretty interesting. I don't have a 4K Apple TV. I'm still waiting for them to update the darn thing. But it's got two jacks on here. So we have the AV inputs, then we have the two, I believe it's the UHF or whatever terminals. You can actually screw in the adapter to get it to coaxial, and has a switch here. So you go from internal and external. And yeah, I'm not gonna bend the antenna now, but good point, Dana. And we have a TV monitor switch, which is good. And so we're probably gonna play around with this, because why not? Now, I didn't plug it in yet, and I'll show you why. So here's, thankfully it came with the power adapter, so I don't need like a billion C batteries to power this darn thing. But, oh, it'll work with those converter boxes, no doubt, no doubt. So this is the AC adapter for it. If any of you poor souls out there are looking for an AC adapter that would fit this little thing, and exactly, Macintosh Librarian, that is a very good point, and that's why I picked this little sucker up. So this has a center positive pin. It is 14 volts at 650 milliamps. Okay, so no, let's hope there's no magic smoke. Now, there would be smoke if I touched this thing, because, yeah, that power cord is, it's seen better days, hasn't it? And it doesn't look like anything has melted off. It's just that piece of plastic has cracked. So somebody broke it or whatever. And, yeah. So we're going to put some electrical tape on that so I don't electrocute myself. Because, yeah. And where is my electrical tape? Oh, Steven, you silly person. Where did you put your electrical tape? You only have like 15 spools because you keep losing them. And then you just keep buying them. Oh, here, there's a whole stack of them right here. Thank you, Mackie, for pointing them out. Old Mackie is sitting behind the telescope there. Microscope, telescope, whatever the heck. Quack! Quack! Alright, let's put a glob of tape on here. Ah, interesting. I did not know that, Dysfunctional Wombat. Learn something new every day. Now, the rabbits have gotten their way into this electrical tape at one point in their lives and chewed the rim of it. So this tape will be uneven, but I don't care. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying that I'm 100% comfortable plugging it in, but, I mean, I want to get it to work, don't I? So, it's just, what, 200 volts? Something like that? 100 whatever volts? It's fine, just don't lick it. Okay, and we're just gonna keep wrapping that around. This is how to quickly, and that actually doesn't look too bad. You guys are all like, it looks terrible. It looks terrible. Yes, Greg, I actually did a video about that ages ago. I think you said that comment then too. But yeah, no, it's just a signal. It'll pick it up. But yeah, we're gonna do things properly this time. Yes. What? Properly, yes. Why am I talking like that? I don't know. I don't know. I never did a follow-up video. Well, now I guess I could just do it live, because videos take time, but live streams are just easy. Alright, so we got our plug. I have no idea if this thing works, because I didn't plug it in since I got it in, like, what, April? May? No freaking clue. But if this blows up, you're all going to be witness to it. Alright, okay. So, let's move some things out of the way so if this explodes, it does not hurt anything important. Except my pride. Your mother, Trebek! Oh, that makes me sad now. Okay, so the impressions have started, and 40 minutes earlier than usual. See, I just, like, swing in and out from one horrible impression to the other, so I don't even know who I'm impersonating anymore. And, you know, that's probably for the best, so I just offend everybody equally. Okay, I think we're gonna need more electrical tape on this. I'm getting a little concerned. I'll give you a what for. Now I just sound like, Colonel Gentleman from, the Venture Brothers. Oh, I cannot repeat quotes from that show live on stream if I want to not get into cussing every other word. Okay, let's. I love that show. Okay, let's do this here. All right. So yeah, one hand in the back pocket. I'm impersonating a bad impersonator. You know, Mike, that is the exact thing I'm doing. And this antenna is flopsy. We're gonna fix you. Oh, I can't. I if my voice went that way, Dana, I think it would hurt my throat. All right, we're just gonna try and tighten this a little bit so that antenna does not keep being a flopsy antenna. There we go. That's much better. All right. Ignore me. Oh gosh. Okay, so we are going to... Oh, look, it's wagging its tail. Alright, I'm going to plug this in. Ooh. This extension cord has seen better days. I like how this says top right between there. It says top. Oh, your iPod fell over. It's all right, Mike. He's still good. That's a good iPod. Yes, and the YouTube play nice now. Okay. All right. So, yeah, let's just do this. I do love the panel of this. Let me just see what buttons are here first. We got our AM, FM, VHF, UHF. We got a timer. We got volume. We got what's up here? Buzzer, radio, timer. Oh, okay. So you can actually wake you up in the morning. I assume this is by someone's bedside. We have a headphone jack. And yeah, that's about it. So how do we turn this thing on? Okay, probably the green button there. All right, yeah, let's make sure I don't kill myself here, 'cause that would be bad. I love you guys. Bye. Oops. Just back our chair up just a little bit, just in case, you know. Oh, I heard something. No picture. Are we on TV mode? We are not. Are we? Oh, there we go. We got something. We got snow. Glorious snow. Alright, so it didn't blow up. How about that? Alright. Cool. Suddenly, copyright violation. Yeah, exactly. I could plug in an Apple II to this, but that would kind of be annoying. I do have a Raspberry Pi here, but this is the one without the video jack there. What can I do? What can I do? Oh, that's right. I got my little game thing here. Oh, wait, I killed the batteries on this, didn't I? No, I didn't. There we go. Awesome. All right, let's plug this in. This TV does have aesthetic, and that is exactly why I purchased it. And having those jacks on the side does not hurt either. So let's get you guys a bit closer, because why not? There we go. And whoopsie. There we go. Pac-Man in black and white, baby. Or Ms. Pac-Man. Now, I think the audio on this... Yeah, the audio on this thing is a bit screwed up. I'm trying to twist the cable to make it make noise. Turning blue. Turning blue. Oh, it's hard to see the ghosts on here. No, this was not a police scanner. No, this is just your normal everyday type of electronics that you could have purchased in 1984. This thing is as old as the Macintosh, the first one. But yeah, Speedy's a bit hard to see. Bedside Pac-Man. Yes, as long as you had a time machine, you could grab one of these. Or you had you waited a few years and got a Nintendo. Gotcha. Nope. Come back. Nope. Ah. You guys can't probably even see it anyway. I can hardly see it, and I'm like 10 inches away from the TV. Ooh, a cherry. This is how I'll be doing all my Twitch streams from now on, just so everybody's aware. A glorious low definition and in black and white. Up, yes. Haha. Oh boy. You can see me failing well. Speedy is just a pair of eyes. Yes, it is a TV and it has a little AV input mode. So Yeah, you could use it as a monitor, this is going to be perfect for. I mean, I have a color one already for the Apple II, but it doesn't hurt to have another one because these things won't last forever. And now I'm just gonna play Pac-Man for a while. Ms. Pac-Man, rather. She has a bow. Let's identify our Pac-Mans correctly. Up. Ah! Game over, man. Yeah, so this thing works pretty well. Let me get the camera here out of the tripod to get a better look at this thing for you guys. Okay, so yeah, that is the front of the unit there. So just for comparison, that's my hand. My hand isn't that big, but you can see this unit is quite tiny, which is why I like it. We do have some controls here. So the bottom switch here is between two antennas, VHF, UHF, which won't be useful anymore. TV, FM, AM controls the mode of the unit. So we're in TV mode right now. This is the on-off timer switch. And we have volume, which needs some deoxit spray on it. This looked like it might have had a clock at one point. Maybe that's what the button's up there for. Huh. Ugh. Yeah, this thing needs a good cleaning. This thing definitely needs a good cleaning. Yeah, on the side here, this is the controls I was fiddling around with. We have horizontal hold, vertical hold, brightness, and contrast, which are always nice. And digital box. I don't know where my digital box is, and if I... All right, hold on, Greg. We'll see what I can do. We have headphone jack here. Oh, radio tuning. So that controls that green slider up there. And we have TV tuning. Now, I actually think last year when I tried this, yes, when I was playing around with that other TV, when I made that YouTube video about it, I actually did pick up a signal on the analog channel, and I think it was basically telling me to go buy a digital converter. I'm going to extend this antenna real quick. Without, hopefully not, yeah, it's bent, but I'm not going to hurt it, hopefully. Jeez, that's a long antenna. Look at that. It's going to touch the ceiling. All right, let's tempt fate here. Let's see what we can do. So we're going to go back to TV mode. I'm going to turn the volume down so you don't get deafened. And let's see if we could find anything. That knob is very smooth. Nice antenna. All right, let's go to VHF. Just slowly scroll through here. Oh, sort of picked up what looked like an image for a second, but this is the top quality content you guys want to see, don't you? Someone's gonna tune in right now and be like, what the heck is going on? This is not Macintosh related. We're getting some ghosts of images. And trust me, I grew up with a TV well, not like this, but a TV with an antenna in my room. And, yeah, the radio will work, and I'll get a content match right away. So let's not do that. Let's try UHF here. We're getting something a little bit different here. Need more tinfoil. Yeah, secret. Yeah, there is a military base not too far away. Ooh. Far out, man. Yo, you watch that road show again? Every season gets a little better, man. Hello, I am Macintosh. It is sure great to get out of that bag. uh... Hi, this is Matt X Headroom. Yeah. Let's keep turning, see if we find anything interesting. Probably nothing, though. There is nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling the transmission. Woohoo! We're in control. Oh, don't worry. You've lost me months ago. But this is exciting. You don't know what we're going to see. It could be anything. Or it could be absolutely nothing. It could be absolutely nothing. This is going to be the thumbnail, by the way. YouTube is going to, like, pick out this frame out of the thousands of other frames. Oh, boy. Yeah, Mike is right. There's some radioactive waste that's making some signal go around here. Oh, wait. That looked like something. Let's see if I move the antenna around a bit. That almost looked like a news channel. Or the signal's just playing with me. This antenna just keeps sinking. I'm going to actually point it this way. I'm going to switch again. Just go by quickly, see if we come up with anything. I'm just curious. Nah. Yeah, I didn't expect anything. My aunt almost gave me, I was over there the other day, she almost gave me one of those digital converter boxes. I forgot to get it from her. Otherwise, I would have one right now I could plug in. I have one upstairs. If you really want me to get it, but... Let me know in the chat if you want to fuss around with this thing more, if you want to move on to some other garbage. I mean, this is a fabulous product. Oh, we got bars again. You never know what you're going to find. They're here. What, the new Macintoshes? Put a computer through it. I could plug a PowerBook or an iBook through it. That would be interesting. An Atari? Yeah, the Atari would be a good fit. Alright, let me go grab a computer then. If you want to see how a computer looks on this this ancient old thing, we'll do said Mac could care less either way. That's the type of dedication I like from my viewers. Yeah, you can do anything, I don't care. Oh boy. Why won't this go back on the tripod? We are experiencing some technical difficulties. Your host has been checked out. Okay. Get the box. All right, well, so Grudy has spoken. I have to go get the box. So while I go upstairs and grab the box, quiet. I I want you guys to tell me if what your memory of using one of these things is. If you ever had to use an antenna, or maybe you had a video game console hooked up to one. If so, what was that video game console? I want to know. Fill up the chat with that. I'll be back in like 60, 70 seconds, something like that. Probably longer, because you know me, my stuff is all over the place. But yeah, you've not had a tube TV since 1999. That's a good start. That's a good start. All right, I will be right back. You groove to the whole music, and let me know what your experiences are with analog televisions such as these. Woo! Okay, we are back, and I found what I'm looking for. All right. Okay, let's catch up on the chat. My goodness. Did Bruce wake up? Did he fall asleep? Probably fell asleep. Get the box. Got the box. All right, make it a wireless display. That could be a thing. Yeah, we could definitely do that. NES. Ooh, yeah. Pirate TV. Oh, yeah, the FCC won't like that. All right, yeah, a lot of people still have or had analog TVs for a while. I am back. No worries, Bruce. Splice to cable, so you put Nintendo in there at the same time. Yeah, that's cool. Nice. Good Day New York in the AM. Cool. Free cable. The ATI All-in-Wonder cards were pretty cool. Watching in the car as I was a kid was a challenge. Oh, yeah, one of those little portable bits. Yeah. Oh, Greg, that's cool. Came with a car adapter. Yeah, a lot of them do. I still have my dad's old one. It's like this, but it's more taller and less bulky in the back. My goodness, you guys just keep on. No worries, Bruce. There's you just missed my insanity. That's all. My goodness, Mike. Yep. Thank you very much. Hi from Sassafras, Boots, Tabby, Simon, Prada, and Lucifer. We love our daddy's channel. Stop it. Yes, please go visit Mike's Mac Shack. I think actually 99% of my viewership knows of Mike from Mike's Mac Shack, and you better, because he does a lot of cool streams too. If you like my crazy stuff, well, you'll like his. He does some stuff on things that are just really neat, like PCs and junk that I don't have. So check him out. There's a little banner there. So that's for you, Mike. Thank you for the super chat. Eep! And yeah, go to subscribe to his channel. I'm sure you're subscribed there already, but make a new YouTube account and subscribe also. It's probably against the terms of service. Don't do that. All right. So what we got here is our little digital converter box thingy. And what we are going to try and do is get a modern picture. Well, sort of a modern picture on this thing. So Sadmax says he has a CRT TV in his room for game consoles. Very cool. And plays Sega Genesis says, heck yeah. Mike's cats are super chatting now. We are in trouble. Yes, they are. And Mike's going to get broke real quick. Oh, boy. Oh, all right. Joystick. All right. So, yeah, we have this thing now. Now, this, for those of you who don't know, this is a DTV tuner, or a digital television tuner. Essentially, here in the United States, mid-2000s, what was it, 2004, 2005, or 6, something like that. Don't quote me on that. And someone in the comment section 15 days from now, we'll probably post it in the chat and be like, actually, this is the... Yeah, I don't care. So anyway, basically what this box allows you to do is to plug in your antenna, just like you normally would, to your old television. And this converts a signal from the antenna, uses its digital tuner to pick up the signal, and then spits it out via an analog connection like this TV out coaxial jack here. Or you have, this actually has S-video on it, which is nice. You have your composite video, your S-video out, or your stereo there. And I've never used this before, because I don't have something that plugs. Look at this, smart antenna. It's almost like a RJ11 jack, but you could see that it's sort of notched there. I've never seen something that plugs into that. I would assume that would maybe send a signal to turn the antenna, rotate it, or turn something on or off, or something. That's pretty neat. I've never seen that before. That is very interesting. I know where you stole that from. I bought this. I bought this in 2015. So, yeah. I've had this for a while. I've actually been using it upstairs. I used to have a CRT in my bedroom. Not my bedroom, my office. And I would once in a while, just for fun, watch things on here. But Mike, I think you gave me one, but it's not for analog. I think it's for VGA stuff. I think I have to double check. Maybe it's a PC capture thing. One of those things. 9 CRTs in my house. That sounds like the same amount I have. You don't have a problem. We both have a problem. Oh boy. Yeah, so anyway, when the analog airwaves went off the air, the FCC had a program where you could essentially get one of these for free. That's why they're littered in thrift stores, because people went out and got a coupon for them and bought them, or redeemed that coupon for them. And hello, David, welcome to the chat. And basically, you would be able to pick up one of these very cheaply or free. So, you gave one to me just like this when you moved. Well, if you did, it's probably in the other side of the basement there, but the problem is with this one, it doesn't have a remote, so some of the functions are annoying to set up. So I don't even know if we'll be able to get it to work, but we'll see. Let's plug it in. So let's do this here. I am going to unplug that. And we have some AV cables here, which are ridiculously long, but for this purpose, we don't care. Plug in our mono-tastic audio here. And I'm going to run out of electrical outlets soon. And I think at one point I had a universal remote program to this, but I don't think that's the case anymore. Now this has to use its own external antenna, which I do have. Now it's not the best one. This is some cheapo one that I had. PBS is not public domain. They're public broadcasting, but the programs on there are very much not public domain. Alright, so we're going to plug the antenna into our antenna in jack. And let's go fishing for a signal here. Put that. Why not? There you go. That's just about as much confidence I have on this and working. Okay, let's. Steve is snarky today. All right, we're gonna plug this in here. And I heard that pop. That's always a good sign. All right, so we have a light on here. Let's turn this television back on. And let's go back to our monitor signal thing. There we go. No picture. Alright, that's right, without a remote, we really can't do much because there's no buttons on this darn thing. Yeah, shoot. Well, I could turn it on. It's not really going to help me. I don't think we could change the channel. Oop. Yeah, we saw a flicker. No signal. Yeah, well, that doesn't help. I don't even know what channel we're supposed to be tuned into, but on the TV screen it says no signal. Let's see if we could wiggle this around. I do declare. Let's see. Now, unlike an analog signal, the digital signal sometimes takes a little bit to tune in. And this is a not amplified, not powered antenna. So this is just one of those flat ones you hang on your window. And, you know, if you're near a big city or whatever, you'll probably pick up something. But, yeah, I don't think I'm going to pick up any signal in the basement. I'm not holding my breath here. I'll just see if we get anything. Digital fuzz or anything like that. Sean's like, I'm out. Good night. See you, Sean. Oh, boy. Thanks for the bad luck of this thing blowing up. What is it with you people and wanting things to blow up? This is not a Rook K Mods channel. We're not going to see any blood or blowing things up. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Now I'm fanning it because maybe it's too hot. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, if I had the remote for this thing, which unfortunately I don't, this is the Apex brand digital TV tuner, maybe we'd have better luck. I mean, I could go grab a remote control, but I don't think it's going to work with it. But Greg's like, hey! You know I kid, Greg. Let's see, we can still adjust the contrast and the brightness and such. Yeah, and that's all we're going to get, unfortunately, with this device not having a remote control, which kind of stinks. But no, the TV's not on channel 3 because we're not using the antenna or the coaxial. We're using these AV cables, so the TV doesn't have to be on channel 3. This has been a Rook K Mods copycat video. Please don't sue. Let me just stand up. I'm going to shove this by the window over there. If there's any location in the basement that will pick up a signal, let's not moon anybody today. It would be maybe in here, behind all the cobwebs. Oh, that's going to fall. That's definitely going to fall. My bunny friend fell too. Steve, no! Still no signal. You just close your eyes and you don't see it. It's a great attitude to have, isn't it? Try the coax to the antenna. You mean to this? I'll need an adapter. Sure. Because of Greg, now you gotta wait. Because I gotta go find the dumb adapter. Oh, boy. Tell me again about the wabbits, George. Which way did he go? Okay, it's all downhill from here, folks. As if it wasn't already. I do have some cables from the last time I played around with this TV. Actually, they are all in, yeah, work, Greg. Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm just going to grab them. They're in the drawer over there. So let me just scoot past the camera here. I'll be right back. Just hold on, we're getting some goodies out. We got more wires. All right, and almost done here. Oops. Let me just grab one more cable. We'll be back. Yeah, it's got that vibe to it, Greg. Alrighty, so, it wouldn't be the first time, Mike. Okay, so, my goodness, we got 32 people watching. You guys must have missed me. Alright, let me scroll back up. Let's see. Oh, I know the broadcast in my area. It's just this antenna ain't going to pick it up, and I have no way to control that digital tuner because I don't have the remote control. So, yeah. I need a white lab coat. Yes, I do. For not the reasons you would think. Or maybe the reasons you would think. Oh, boy. Hey, Greg. The other Greg is here. Oh, now you're going to bed. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, so, how do I want to do this? Well, this was the little TV that I showed on my channel way back when. Do I still have the batteries in it? I hope not. Knowing me, I left them in there. Oops. No, I don't. I actually took the darn things out. How about that? So I did a video on this already. And, yeah. So it's a fun little TV. Now, same principle basically as this big old thing, but that's smaller. Now, there are a few things I want to talk about here. This is an amplifier. And it's also a splitter. But basically what you do is you take the signal from here and it splits it. But that also amplifies the signal. So, not that we'd resolve our problem immediately, but who the heck knows? Worth a try, don't you think? So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to plug the antenna into this doohickey. That's a very weird question, Nick. I mean, my neighbors aren't looking out their window looking into my basement every day going, who's he got this time? I think they're blissfully unaware of all the crap I have. It's probably for the And what else we need? We need the coaxial cable from that amplifier. Gee, Brian, what are we gonna do tonight? All right, same thing we do every night, Pinky. Trying to get analog television. Okay, so that's probably not going to do anything. Yep, not doing anything. I could have guessed that. Maybe they are, Dana. You know what? Maybe they are, and if they are, I feel sorry for them. So, let's see. This is 12 volt 1 amp. This little thing is a security camera. 12 volt 300 milliamps. Center pole positive. Ho ho ho! I think I got an idea. Yoink. Who wants to see their comment on the little TV? We're running out of outlets here. Running out of outlets. That's a bad thing. We can unplug that for now. How do you turn this thing on again? There we go. If they are very nosy neighbors. This'll work. There we go. That is the power of insanity right there. There we go. There we go. I'm on the TV. Hi. Let's get you guys a little bit closer so you could witness this beautiful spectacle. And then I'll put your comments on TV. Is your comments are on the television there, and my arm is blocking it, so you can't see. Hold on. Yeah, for those of you who didn't watch the other video, this looks like it's a miracle, but no, I've done this before. Spoiler alert, I've done this before. Sorry about the glare, there's nothing I can do about that right now, but sweet infinity shot. Alright, so got a big 84 there, that's nice there. And let's try and tiptoe around the a billion wires that are plugged into my desk at this point. And you can see your comments. How about that? The power cable is very tight, so you kind of see them. You kind of make yourselves out, maybe. Quick, somebody do a super chat. Yeah, so this is very surreal here. Yeah. You got our subscribers here. Oh, we lost one. I don't think this is the content that that people subscribe to see, but I'm having fun, so heck yeah. All right, so yeah, that's basically it's just this little security camera, and yeah, yeah, I have 3 outlets I installed. They are located. Well, there's one of them, and there are 2 more over there, but they're all full of crap. So yeah, someone didn't lock the TV. But yeah, I mean, it works. Let's get something high contrast so you can actually see. There it is. Thank you, Greg. That's very kind of you. You can't even see it. Eep! You can't even see it because the contrast is so poor. Oh, we lost the power there. There we go. I stretched it too far. Well, that's Greg Rucke there if you can't see it because the contrast, but his is the big white blob in the middle of the screen. Go visit Rucke Mods. Go watch his YouTube channel. He needs more subscribers. Why the heck not? Oh, boy. See you later, Dylan. Infinite Eep. Eep, 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 eep. Alright, this is a bit silly now. So, I mean, the whole stream is a bit silly. But, yeah, this is that little camera I'm dealing with here, that I'm messing around with. And this actually has an antenna on it. So if you had a receiver, this would actually work with it. This is supposed to be like a whatchamacallit, like a security camera, because it has a little thing up here. You can actually mount it and turn it. It does work wirelessly. It does have the AV outputs, obviously. If you put rechargeable batteries in here, this is actually supposed to charge it. So, that's interesting. And there's a fly in here. Go away. We're trying to do geeky stuff. Go away, fly. And yeah, this is a private eye wireless CCD. And the story behind this actually is I picked this up at a garage sale ages ago. And I just thought it was neat, so I picked it up. I started looking at it, and the guy's like, well, I'll do $5 on it. And I'm like, I don't know if it works. I'm just looking at it. He's like, how about this? If I plug it in and it turns on, I'll give it to you for $5. If it doesn't turn on, you could have it for like $1 or whatever he said. And I'm like, yeah, sure, deal. He turned it on, and he's like, yeah, there's supposed to be a red light here, but it's not turning on. So, yeah, you could have it. And when I got home, I realized he put electrical tape over the red light at some point to hide the fact that there was a camera there, because the light would give it away. And yeah, so he forgot that tape was there, and I got it, a few bucks off or whatever it was. Forget the exact details. But that was the story behind finding this little thing. It's neat. It's a fun toy to mess around with now and again. It does have a battery compartment there. So you couldn't put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 AA batteries in there. Holy moly. Yeah. That's yeah, that's a creepy thought there, Macintosh librarian. Probably. I thought of the most innocent way, though. Innocent method for wanting to hide that, but okay. I want this. I would buy it from you along with the TV. No, not for sale, buddy. Sorry. I hoard this crap because I have a problem. That's as real as we're going to get on this episode right now. Oh boy. This is a weird little thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if this will... Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so that's that. I'm going to unplug this now. I really don't know much else to do with this television, because... I mean, it's just a television. Not too exciting. Yeah, I mean, it's a security camera. I mean, private eye, I guess, is kind of a fancy name. Yeah, see what Mike is shoving in his pockets as he leaves my basement. Is that a G4 tower in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Yeah, hoarders, what are you gonna do? All right, so we're gonna turn this little guy off for now, and we've been going for an hour and a half. My goodness, felt like 10 minutes. Yeah, I didn't have too much planned for tonight. I was just showing you stuff that I was like, you know what? This stuff has just been sitting around in my basement. Might as well show it off. It's not scrap, it's tech hoarding. No, it's rescuing. I rescued it. I rescued this. My wife would disagree. Salvage, there you go. Yeah, so let's unplug some of the stuff here, because I'm duplicating on my desk here. The security camera does not have any internal recording mechanism. Way too small. It was solely designed to be wirelessly transmitted elsewhere to like a VCR or television or something like that. I do have a lot more to show. I just don't know what the heck I'm going to show. So, all right, let me do myself a favor and put this stuff where it's supposed to go in the basement, so I don't just drop it by my feet and it sit there for 5 months before I say, hey, you know what? I should put this away. I've been tripping over it for forever. The rabbits are the ones you got to pay. You got to bribe them. So let me put this stuff, these little TVs and stuff I took out here. Let me put this in the other side of the basement. So that's what happens. I drop things. And I will be back momentarily. Where'd the other power adapter go? This guy. And where's the other one? There's another one here. It's a small one. And this guy. No. Here it is. All right, cool. I will be right back. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to do this right now because I don't have the proper video cable, the power cable for it. But this little guy is a focus enhancements adapter. And essentially, hey, nice job, NK Morpheus. That's not a bad machine at all. I actually don't have an 8600. Very cool. So this little adapter here was actually sold as like the Apple presentation kit or whatever. So this is just, you know, Apple put in a box with their logo on it. But they sold them differently, you know, on their own. But essentially what this does is it'll take a DB15 signal, so your Macintosh monitor signal, and it will output it as composite video or S video. Oh, looks like Dana has one too. Yep. So these were pretty neat. I mean, it's a way to record or stream or broadcast your Macintosh television signal to composite video or S video. Now, of course, it's standard definition. And, of course, if you're at anything other than 640 by 480, it's going to look like garbage. And even at 640 by 480, it's probably hard to read text. So, I mean, you could sort of get by if you use your right enough fonts and your colors and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty blown up. I don't have the power cord for this right now. Otherwise, we'd put a computer on that screen. But it was just in the same drawer as the other stuff, so I just bringing it out. But Dana says he used it on his Macintosh 2FX to do slideshows at church when he was a teenager. Very cool. Oh, these are not rare. Anybody who says these are rare is I got a bridge to sell them. I got 3 of these for like $5. Like, I don't know when, but these are super common. Focus Enhancements made tons of these, and I mean tons. This is probably the cheapo model. They made models with, better resolution support and everything. They made models that are compatible with the iMac, and actually we'll be showing one of those off in a video. These are not rare, and even if you get one with a VGA port instead of a DB15, you can get an adapter for it. But these are not rare. I'm not saying you're wrong or anything. I'm just saying, Don't get fooled by somebody thinking, oh, I got this rare Apple presentation kit. Yeah, this is what's in the box, buddy. This and some Apple documentation is what's in the box. It's nothing special. So don't go paying big bucks from some eBay seller who thinks they struck gold here, when it's just one of these things that every teacher in the school system probably had. But so what can you do with it? I just explained what you could do with it. You basically take a video signal out of your Mac, and it uses it to put on a TV or a VCR or something like that. So, and Mike said they had VGA versions of those in high school. Yep. Yeah, so you could record the output of your Macintosh to, let's say, a VCR or something like that with one of those adapters. And if you want to know the exact model of this, if you are very curious, this is a Focus Enhancements LTV Portable Pro. LTV Portable Pro. Now, there are plenty of them like this. Just search for Focus Enhancements and just make sure it has the DB15 port there, unless you want to use an adapter. And usually some of them have dip switches, which are very important for old Macs, because otherwise they won't sync well. So, yeah. So, yeah, they're pretty neat, but I don't have the power cord right now. I'm not going to be digging one up to mess around with that, but yeah. Yeah, I don't have a use for it, but it looks neat. Is the story of my life and why I probably have way too much clutter in my basement. So, yeah. All right. So that's the story of this little TV here, isn't it now? Oh, boy. What else could I show you guys? What else could we tinker around with here? Rare Steve Jobs. Yes, neat but not needed. Yep. That is that's cool. I don't need that, but trying to think of any other things that I have to talk about or show off or anything like that. I mean, I wasn't really expecting to do any repairs right now, so none of my tools are here, so I'm not going to be soldering anything right now. I'm also kind of tired because it's almost midnight, so we're not going to be doing that. And tomorrow is my first day of work in a while, so I gotta work, unfortunately. Yeah, let's see. Mike says, I hooked one of those up to excuse me. Now everyone's going to be yawning. I hooked one of those up to an IBM AT in high school to play my biology, to do my biology final using IBM Presenter, a primitive version of PowerPoint. That is awesome, Mike. That is really cool. Oh, that's neat. That's really neat. Yeah, I don't know why. We had a Power Macintosh 7500 growing up, and it had AV in and out. I don't know why I never used it so much for the video out. I think I didn't realize the potential of it at the time, because you can basically on those Power Macintoshes with the AV in out module, as long as they had the AV out port, some of them only had audio out. You can actually just mirror whatever was on your Macintosh onto a VCR and just record it. And I should have done that for school projects or stuff like that. That would have been cool. I would have probably had a lot of fun doing that, but I never did. When I did get my iBook, I did a lot of that, because the iBook Key Lime Special Edition one I had the composite video out jack, because he had a DVD-ROM option in there, so you could plug it into your TV and use it as a DVD player, which I did, because that was my first DVD player. And yeah, that was fun. And I thankfully recorded a lot of projects, a lot of drawings, a lot of flipbook animations and stuff like that, a lot of digital animations and stuff I did that on my iBook and recorded it to VHS tapes on my VCR. And so I still have those tapes, which is good because those animation files are long gone. But I still have some of those videotapes. And they're god-awful, but they're fun to watch, at least for me. Macintosh Librarian says, I used to do that for watching pirated anime on my TV. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, jeez. I keep yawning. Sorry, guys. But, yeah, it's a downscaler instead of an upscaler. Yeah, that's seems about up my alley. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else I got to show you guys. Or had to show you guys. Anything that was curious or fun that came to mind here. I'm drawing a blank, unfortunately. But yeah, anybody have any questions or anything like that for me or anything? I could talk about some upcoming projects. I'm just looking off into the distance, see if there's anything fun I could pull off the shelf. But kind of drawing a blank. Let's see. You've seen a lot of the stuff I've been messing with, so there's nothing too new to grab, unfortunately. But oh, okay. You mentioned camera. I will show you a camera. All right, this is gonna be a little silly. But I'll show you the new camera in a second. But yeah, that's Mike wants to see this. So we're not gonna use the black and white TV because that would have been silly. Yes, you do, Dana. Thank you. And I'll talk about the clone project. Well, I'm not going to end the stream here because that would be cruel. I never fixed that Android phone. The parts of it are still behind that monitor somewhere. Anybody who wants me to spend another 8 hours on that, well, no. Let's turn this TV around. Well, this monitor around. Let's just do that just to be safe. There we go. And let's see. Where's that plug here? Just bear with me a moment here. Alright, almost managed to knock everything on the ground here. Okay. Alright. Do you have a P.O. box? I do not. It's sort of a... I guess you want to send me something to fix? I usually send things to a different address, but... Mike will gladly intercept any mail that you send to that address that is not my address. How's that clone project coming along, Steve? I'll talk about that, don't worry. Care of Mike's Mac Shack. Alright, this guy over here is a Canon XL2 digital video camcorder. Now this little sucker is a pretty neat little camera. And I'm going to talk about it in a second. Just, how do I get that off of here? There we go. So this thing cost more than probably my car when it was new. And this is a professional mini DV camcorder. And this thing I picked up from the e-waste place for probably under $10. The lens on this thing, it's hard to see how large this is, but look at that. It's like the size of my head. This lens is huge. I did actually go and buy a cheapo battery off eBay for it. The camera does work. There's actually a tape in here. I am actually doing some test footage on here because I want to do a video about recording and editing DV footage on older Macs, because there are a lot of videos out there where there's some, 15-year-old kid where he's like, let's try and edit a video on an iMac G3. Oh, this stinks. It's like, yeah, because you're using MPEG-4 footage, which the iMac is choking on. But if you use nice, uncompressed DV footage, you're going to have a much better experience. So I'm not an expert on this camera in any way. It is huge. It is expensive. And it's got more buttons on here than a VCR. But speaking of VCR, here's the VTR controls behind this little door. Isn't that cool? Alright, so yeah, we're gonna try and mess around with this. Oh, the lens is removable. Oh yeah. This is a Canon video lens. This is a 5.8 to 108 millimeter lens. This has a huge zoom on it, as you could tell. I do not know what this is compatible with. I would not be surprised if it's compatible with a select number of digital cameras. Although this is called a video lens, and I believe there is a difference between the two. Do not quote me on that. That is just my assumption here. And yeah, so let's turn this sucker on. Now, what's really cool about this, and I will try and there we go. Try and bring the camera in a little closer just so you could see. Let's bring this whole down. Sorry for the shuddering. We're just adjusting this to the height of the thing I want to show you here. Yeah, purely optical zoom. None of that digital crap. Alright, so this has this little dial here. And what's cool is, let's get you even closer because I want you to see this. It is really cool how it works. How this dial works is there are indicators. So we have VCR, auto, on, off, etc. So if I hold this little button here and turn it, it springs to life. And we have a little LCD display here. This uses mini DV tapes. Now, originally there was a, again, I got this from an e-waste place. It's not in the best condition. There was a foam or rubber thing that your eye would sit on here, but this is all that's remaining is just this plastic bit, and so I have to tighten it there. Let's move this TV out of the way. It's not helping us out right now. But yeah, this is a camera I would have never been able to afford. But yeah, so this actually has a little screen there. We're gonna mirror that. Actually, I could probably capture the video from it. But yes, there's a little screen in there. I have it plugged into the TV there. But let's do some capture. Why the heck not? Let's not I'm not gonna point the camera at the thing. So let me actually unplug it from this monitor. And we're going to plug it into my scaler here. And I've never used composite video with this scaler. So we'll see if it actually works. Hopefully it does. Okay. What is the megapixels on this camera? Well, it does, I believe, 480 by 720, because it's digital video. It's not a still camera. And there is a 16 by 9 mode that gives you a little bit more than that, but not by much. All right, so let's see if my capture device wants to work today. Let's see. Hey, how about that? There we go. So let me bring this camera up so you can see my ridiculous face as I mess with this thing. Okay, let's go back to there. So we got this camcorder here. Oh boy, this is a hefty one. All right, so see what happens if I do that. Alright, so we are now in the 4:3 aspect ratio mode, which is better fitting, I guess, for this scenario. But check out the zoom on this, folks. This lens is beautiful. I mean, Look at that. That's pretty darn good for composite video. Mackie is adorable. Thank you again for sending him over. Let's see if we can see how many unread iMessages I have on my screen here. Only 10. Yeah, this thing has a killer optical zoom. I mean, let's zoom into the crap on the shelf. Yes, this is, I mean, it's a heavy camcorder, as you can see. that's how you hold it. That's how you have to hold it. But yeah, this is a very fun thing to play around with. And I will be shooting some footage with it. I already shot some footage with it. In fact, oops, no. What did I do? I pushed a button. Let me turn it off. Hold on. I'll actually show you the footage that I shot. Let's do that. Why not? I will turn this into VCR mode. And let's rewind. And I'll show you some of the footage that I shot with this thing. Oh, Dana, that is exactly why I picked this thing up. That's why I bought a battery for it. There's definitely some stuff that I have in mind for this thing. Now you can see there's some weird digital distortion going on. That's because the heads need to be cleaned on this particular unit. And so you're going to see some digital breakup. You're going to see some dropouts and stuff like that. That's just how it is. That's just how this is right now. So I could probably get a little bit better on this and fix it up at one point. But now you will notice the picture is going to be stretching. There is a 16:9 and a 4:3 aspect ratio switch on here. So that is something that I've been fussing with as I'm recording. And composite video doesn't really handle that switch correctly, because composite video, at least in NTSC land, does not have the flag to say if this is widescreen or 4:3. So it's just gonna do what it does. But yeah, I mean, it's standard definition, but it's pretty good. So I do some of the same shots here. I'm just fast forwarding. Yeah, Kitty was snoozing. Here's some of the old computers. Yeah, the lens requires a lot of light. This shot that you're seeing, there was actually very bright lights above those machines. So they were very dark, even though they weren't dark in real life. The lens just requires a lot of good lighting, just like my new camera does. So this was, I think I was trying to get one of the bunnies in action. Yeah, they didn't want to do anything. Lazy bunny day. Up there, there's more Macintoshes. Just mess around with the zoom again. Those LC models should look familiar to Jay. At least two of them. It very well may be, Bruce. I have no idea what I'm doing with any of the buttons on this camera. There are so many buttons. The audio channels are all messed up because all the knobs are on different ways. I could show you color bars, or not. That button's not right now. But yeah, I would completely bet that the darkness in the scene is purely my inability to understand what the heck I'm doing with this camera. So yeah, but yeah, that's the footage that I shot on this camera, and I think if we go back to, I think you'll actually go back to the, will it show the color bars here? Maybe. Color bars. There we go. It's cool to have that built in. So, yeah, it's fun to play around with. I will definitely be messing around with this more. I mean, there's a whole menu in here where, and just so many different things. Camera setup. Yeah. It's pages and pages and pages of options here. I think there's one about DV setup here. Yeah, DV control on off. Display setup. TV screen on, audio level, language, English. Yeah, there's tons of, and the lens has all these buttons on it too, so it's like this is gonna be fun to play around with. Thankfully, the battery wasn't too expensive because I had no idea if this thing worked. It came from eWaste place. They said they used it as a prop, so they rented this camera out as a prop. I had no idea if it worked. Didn't come with anything, but the battery was like $15 or whatever. I said, you know what, that's not a bad gamble on this. There is a AE shift here I could play around with. That would probably help, and exposure lock and all this fun stuff. So tons of stuff I can play around with in this camera in the future. I have no idea what I'm doing, but that might be fun. So if I'm doing an analog video or something like that. What is cool too is if I'm recording and I record on this camera, there's a little LED light here that starts blinking, which is neat. So I guess if you're in the field and you're recording, that little light sort of tells everybody, hey, by the way, he's recording, you should stop. So yeah, and it makes good color bars. So yeah, but that's really it for this camera. It's really neat. I mean, I'm just messing around with the zoom here, and yeah, that's a nice camera here. That's a very nice camera. One of my friends is desperately trying to get this off of me, and I probably will give it to him at one point after I'm done messing around with it, because I mean, the last thing I need is another camera sitting on the shelf collecting dust if someone wants to use it. But I guess I love that font too. One of my favorite fonts. So yeah, that's this big boy here. That big lens. My goodness. Cost a few $1,000s back in the day. This camera rather, or a very similar one, was in posters for like the PowerBook G4 and the one of the either the Quicksilver or the MDD G4, and some of the ads for digital video editing that Apple did. They featured this camera, which is like the prosumer or the professional camera back in the day. So yeah, what else can I do? I guess we could end it by, I could plug in an HDMI cable to my new camera. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if that'll want to work. And you could just get a little peek about sort of the quality that you may be getting in some of the videos, because the lens I have is very fancy on there. So yeah, that's real glass there. None of that fake glass stuff. Oh, by the way, I found this cable. I have no idea what it goes for. My brother gave it to me at one point, and he thought it was for an iPad, to get analog video out of an iPad. And I'm like, oh yeah, that'll work great. And then I realized it's not that. It's probably for like some Sony camera or some Samsung device or whatever. Has this weird, almost dock connector type looking thing, but it's not. And then it's got a composite video out. And it's got a barrel jack. It's probably for like a PDA or something like that. And it's got like a, almost looks like VGA. Who knows if it actually is. But yeah, I have no idea what the heck this is. It's just in my box of random cables here. Looks like one of the rabbits tried to take a bite out of it at one point when they were roaming around. But yeah, that's a mystery cable. I have no idea what it's for. Maybe one of you guys do, but it looks like a dock connector. Trust me, it ain't. I tried to plug it into an iPad, and I was like, nope, not fitting. That would have been nice, but I got this probably around 2010, 2011, when my first gen iPad was fairly new. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I just streamed about one thing and just hit end afterwards, I think it would be pretty boring. So I'm glad you think so also. Yeah, let me get, it almost does look like a Palm, but I don't think I've had a Palm that uses that connection. You know, you know what, that's Rusty, that's probably what it is. It's probably for like a compact or one of those, Windows PC thingies. Did he just walk off camera? Yes, I went to grab this HDMI cable. It's a big bulky HDMI cable. I don't even know if it'll work, but, we're gonna see. An iPack, yeah, one of those things. One of those guys. One of those guys. They did the thing with the guy. Let's see. We're gonna unplug this. Plug this in. Alright, let's see if, let's see, where's the HDMI cable in here? Let's see if we can get, I don't even know if this HDMI cable works. This was in that thrift store bag of, well, a yard sale bag, rather, of cables I got. But, let's see. Please don't hurt my new camera. HDMI cable. Please don't. And let's switch to our capture thing again. And we might get a picture, hopefully. Maybe. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Yes, this is my new camera. And yeah, woo, we got to zoom. Yeah, hold on, let me adjust this so I can see better on the screen there. But I just watched that episode last night. No joke. Me and my wife just watched that episode last night. But, oh. The echo has returned. Sorry about that. Whenever I switch different modes, OBS is like, oh, let's turn on some audio devices. Sorry about that. Echo has been neutralized. Echo has been neutralized. But, yeah, we get a close-up of our little Mackie friend there. What else can we do? You can take a look at these fancy ports here. My goodness, those are ports. Look at them. They are beautiful. But yeah, fancy camera makes my crummy setup look much fancier than it is. Yeah, that's really the gist of it. I mean, there's a bunch of crap on my desk, so it doesn't make a good example of any fancy footage or anything. But I don't know. You can see the gray hairs on my beard. Yeah, it's a pretty neat camera. I'm very excited to play around with it more. But you'll probably see a noticeable uptick in quality of the imagery that is going to be in my videos. And it's not all to the camera. Obviously, you need a pretty good lens and have a fair amount of ideas of what the heck the settings do on the thing. So that'll be a learning curve for sure, because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing, because each camera is different. But yeah, fun times. Fun times indeed. Alright, so we're going to move out of this mode so I don't strain myself by holding this camera up forever. There we go. Thank you, HDMI cable. Okay. Put that over here. Alright, so it's past midnight here. I really should be getting prepared for tomorrow. So I'm going to have to end it fairly soon. I just want to see if anybody had any questions or anything. Yep, Dana, go run, go eat. Food is important. Very nutritious for you. But I guess that's about it. I will talk briefly about the clones video. Now that I have my new camera, I could shoot the intro to that video. There have been 2 previews recently of the clone video on Patreon. So if you are subscribed to me on Patreon, it's only $1 a month or so, you do get those early access stuff like that. So those videos are already on there. And I will be shooting the intro for that video with this camera. So I'll be messing around with that sometime soon. And hopefully that will be able to sort of make me finish that first part fairly soon. That'd be nice. Where can I get one of those Mac figures? This is from the Macintosh librarian. I believe she is in the process. He's a little dusty. She's in the process of making these little cute little ornament type guys. This was a little bit of a nice surprise when I recapped her Macintosh SE30 logic board. So follow the Macintosh librarian on YouTube, and I believe she is also on Twitter or Instagram. I'm sure she will announce whenever those little guys are available. But those are not mine, but I'm happy to promote those. Yeah, that's about it here. So there's going to be more videos coming up soon. I thank everybody for watching, all 37 of you. Thank you for keeping me company tonight. And expect some new things soon. Just follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The handle is Mac84TV. So whenever I find something cool, I'll post it. Whenever I'm about to go live, I'll do that and make a post there too. And yeah, that's about it. So have a good night, everybody. I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. And I'll see you sometime soon. Later.